Hello everyone, welcome back to Sketchcraft. So tonight I'm going to be doing some Copic coloring, but I thought first what I would do is share with you the process I use to prep my work for Copic coloring. So the questions I've been getting a lot lately are whether I'm actually using Copic markers over my inks and pencils. And the answer is no. What I do is I print out my roughie and then I draw it. This is what you see here. This is actual physical pencil ink and red mechanical lead pencil ink. And the video is in my YouTube channel. You can check it out. And then what I do is I scan it back in the computer like so. And then I come over and I'll duplicate the actual artwork here and set it to desaturate. So let me just case in point. I'll duplicate this, go to image in Photoshop or any other your photo editing programs, adjustments, and then desaturate. And so that desaturates the art. And then what I will do is if it's a guy like a Batman character, I'll just print it as is and start to color, or I'll go to adjustments again since it's a girl, hue saturation, and I'll set to colorize. And I'll come over here and turn it slightly purplish pink. Around there seems pretty good. Then what I will do is print it out. Let me grab a piece of paper here. 1 second. And let me see here. And I will actually print this little sucker out. Let me move my printer. The point to doing this is that one, if you just try to Copic over pencils and ink, you're going to get graphite all over your Copics. They won't blend very well. Two, this eliminates me having to be perfect. I can from here on out. I don't know if making mistakes is quite the word for it, but I allow myself the room to make mistakes and experiment. Case in point, I can do a test here. And let's just go and double check. Image canvas size, inches, 11 by 17, good. So I'm gonna go here, file, set to print. This is kind of important, the print settings. So I'm using the Inkjet Pro 9000, which allows me to print at 11 by 17. But it really doesn't matter in terms of what you print the size at. So what is important are your printer settings. So I want to set to plain paper, regardless of the paper I use B marker paper. I'm going to set to fast, click OK. And then we'll make sure that's oriented to fit. And should be good to go. And we will hit print. And then I will, as soon as this prints, I will turn it over to the camera and you can see the result. You can kind of hear it maybe. I'm working on getting another camera so I can kind of move around the studio. But I'll be honest, my art studio is a little messy. So I don't really know how wise maneuver that is. 1 second here. Printer loves to take its sweet ass time. iPrinter. Let's go. This is the thing about printing. You know, the printer loves to make a lot of noise, warm up, kind of start, warm up, kind of start, roll the feeders, start, stop, restart. And then right about the time you give up and you're like, ah, fuck all this shit, I'm going to sleep, that's when it prints. Without fail. One of the benefits to doing this way is that I can get a lot of the shading done in texture with pencils and stuff before I even use Copics. So I'm able to kind of already have a shade layer worked out before I start. It really does save a lot of time and guesswork. What happened? Hey, great. Okay. Okay. Just print. I think this came out maybe a little too saturated for me. Might be a little too. The printer can adjust sometimes more than you might want. And let me see before I get all crazy with this. Yeah, I can do that one more time. So adjustment hue, and I will turn the saturation down about 20. And I'll come back, file print, and just flip it over and do a test print on the other side. I like to do a color guide before I start anyway, or I do a test print and I can experiment. And so this sort of allows me to, well, I mean, it allows me to do that and not ever damage the originals. What are you thinking about? You already thought. You want another bit of advice, folks? You ever print labels, never use a desk-jet printer. Get a laser. Here we go. That's looking better. I'm going to switch to camera here in a second so you can see. Come on. Finish, finish, finish. Perfect. All right. Give me 1 second. Grab my previous color test pages here. Push my monitors back. And then I will turn this to here. And this is what printed out. See if I'm able to zoom out any. I have to be careful about using the zoom out function on my webcam because it tends to crash. All right. Let's go to the. Oh, that's pretty good. So you can see this is what kind of print before was. See, it's really kind of overly saturated. So this is what prints out. And this, because it's using the fast printer settings, is able to be, you can blend it with the Copics really, really well. And you can sort of see some prior examples of that here. These are previous color guides I've made. I keep these for myself. This is the one I did for Hal Jordan. Just different tests, you know? It's not really an example of how I'm going to color the final. It's really just tests. You can see here I was working out his skin tones. I was able to kind of practice, and I wrote all the codes down and stuff. And then you can see here with Spider-Man 2099, I use this purpley shade for him. And then Star Fox and Venom. So that's basically the whole process. Draw, ink, scan, colorize, print back out, and then do your Copics over the print. And I can show y'all the original line arts, which are right here. Right? So, and then we color this. So you get this nice, soft, pretty piece of art. You get the actual Copic coloring, and then I do a print of afterward. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below or send me a message directly. I will answer. I'm going to go ahead and end this and then start up the actual Copic coloring process. Talk to you in about 3 seconds.